Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Central Broad Regional Park. We continue our coverage here of the US Open 2022, and it's the Samp Army coming up against Titans in quarterfinal number 2. The first quarterfinal this morning, we saw Stallions X romping to victory on the back of a spell of 4 for 3 by Fawad Alam, and they got rid of CVUCC. So it's Samp Army against the Titans. Titans, to be honest, they've struggled in this tournament, and the Samp Army has been as smooth as silk. As I say, good afternoon to Sean. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Well, good afternoon, Vinod, and it's been a pleasure being here this afternoon once again at the Broward County Stadium in beautiful Lauderhill.
So we're about to get going. It's going to be Camille Leroux to take up the attack from the northern end, and he is bowling to Omari Williams. Aditya Varadarajan is also opening the batting with him. In fact, it's Varadarajan to take strike. Here is Leroux. And that's a good delivery, good line to start with.
Wonderful weather here indeed, as Titans versus the Samp Army. Samp Army, a team that has been in this competition, been very dominant, and they'll be looking forward once again for some wonderful impetus coming from their team, and Varadarajan and Omari Williams, the two opening batsmen for the Titans. I want to get them off to a pretty good start.
Well, whilst you're enjoying coverage of this quarterfinal, we would like you to go on and subscribe and like the MAQ TV YouTube page as we continue the action here. That's the first extra of this quarterfinal. That's a wide, and Camille Leroux, after starting well, just pushing that one down the leg side.
And second qualifying game here today. This morning, as you know, Vinod, comprehensive victory for one of the favorite, you said? Ball there is outside the off stump, and in fact, appeal actually there by the fielder.
I think over enthusiastic on that occasion. Let's have a look at the replay though. Well, did he get an edge onto that? Yeah, the bowler thought he had him. It's difficult to see from the angle there, but the umpire's in the best position. So Leroux is getting the ball to angle into the left-hander. So basically what he's doing is taking away his hands, not giving him room to play shots.
And that was Olhak who have bowled last night and this morning. He had the batsman in trouble early on, and Camille Leroux getting that ball to jack back. And he'll want to get some early wickets here for the Samp Army.
Yeah, Samp Army, one of the favorites to walk away with this title this year. It's a big franchise, the Army. This time it says whipped away. True mid-wicket runs here. And they're going to come back for 2. Protection down at a deep square leg as the fielder Delaney runs around.
Yes, nicely there played there. Looking for the replay, but it's wonderful condition here, Vinod, for cricket. The weather has been fantastic since you guys been here. I think I've been some very good luck and since I came down to Orlando.
I was about to ask you that if you brought the Orlando weather to this part of Florida. Here's Leroux again. That's down the leg side. The umpire gets some exercise.
Well, I've been following the US Open for the couple of games I'm on the Facebook and also on YouTube. And, you know, it's actually the first year that I actually seen some very, very competitive cricket. And I want to say, you know, the work that you guys have done for cricket, not only in Fort Lauderdale, in Lauderdale here in all West Indian community. You guys keep on doing the wonderful work and developing cricket here in the beautiful Florida.
Yeah, the cricket has really come a long way thanks to CCUSA for their input as well. Oh, that's clipped away. The mere fact that he's angling the ball into the left-hander, this is why Jacob Ospina has protection down the deep square leg boundary, and it is working fine. So just the one delivery to go. Not a bad start at all by Samp.
A pretty quiet start here at Samp Army. 5 for no loss, and Varada who scored some runs in the previous game. He will be looking forward to get to some big runs, and also Amari Williams, 2 batsmen that have made some good runs in this tournament.
So it's Aditya Varadarajan, who is at the non-striker side. Amari Williams gets his first delivery, and it's pushed quietly on the offside. The end of over number 1, the score is 6 without loss.
A quiet over there, the first over. Titans 6 for no loss. They'll be looking forward in the first 6 overs, Vinod, to get to a good start and don't lose early wickets, so that in the last 5 or so they could have a swing and probably get towards that 165, 170 mark. Yesterday, we had a little conversation with Lenny and stuff, and it seems like the ball have dominated the bat in the last couple of games.
Yeah, well, this morning, Fawad Alam 4 wickets. I mean, 4 for 3. He was amazing. And CVC was CVUCC, sorry. These guys had all these acronyms. And first over, 8 deliveries bowled. Williams is going to face Rohan Mustafa now. Samp Army is opened with spin. I was surprised that Pina didn't open as he did yesterday. Oh, that's a lovely shot down the ground. That's 4 to Omari Williams.
Well, looking to see the replay because I actually missed that one there just now, Vinod, and tossing that one up. And batsmen are hitting it straight down the ground, always safe. And into the boundary for 4, 10 for no loss.
So Rohan will want to pull it back a bit. That's better. Loud appeal, he's gone. Rohan Mustafa strikes. Omari Williams struck adjacent to the stumps, and he has to leave.
Well, after being struck for a wonderful boundary, back past the bowler for 4, the bowler there shot of a limp and got the batsman on the back foot. Oh. And
that was dead as a
dawn. That was dead as a, yes, so to speak, Vinod. And the first wicket goes down. Titans, they are 10 for 1.
Yeah, even Stevie Wonder would have given that. It was so plumb. It was as plumb as Roddy Lalman. 10 for 1.
10 for 1 as the new batsman is making his way out. And waiting for the name of the new batsman. Look like you're going to get that in a few. For those people who is listening to us on the Facebook page, I say good afternoon to you guys. I got some comments and some people there from New York. They're listening to us. Well, good afternoon to you from New York and also Canada. I had a message all the way from British Virgin Islands. They locked in as well. And my good friend who is locked in from Penal this afternoon as well. They're enjoying the commentary there. They said, Vinod, you guys are doing an amazing job down in Penal as well.
Yeah, well, Penal, lovely place in Trinidad. It's a place that has lovely food and even lovelier people. Just want to encourage them all to click, share. You can see the parents of Kirsten Kalicharan to the back there in green, David and his mom. They've flown across to support their son, Kirsten Kalicharan, who's taking strike now. Lovely people. So it's Ron Mustafa settling down nicely here now. Kalitran taking his time. And he's off and running.
Yes, and a pretty quiet start so far from the Titans. 11 for 1, losing that early wicket there. Rohan Mustafa, the bowler, getting the wicket so far. 1 for 5 after 4 deliveries. Samp Army just making a correction of the field as that field there coming into that backward point position. Here's a ball that is whipped away down towards that square leg position. Get an easy single. Take the Titans up to 12 for 1. As Kristen Kalicharan, the new batsman, batting in for number 3. I'm looking forward to see him make some runs today. 12 for 1 as the batsman there driving in the air. That's gone all the way for 6.
Yeah, that's a big shot. That's going up too much on that occasion. So a mixed over there by Rohan Mustafa. He went for 12. Did get a wicket though, but Kalicharan is a little man. He got underneath that one. It went in the air. Could have brought down an American Airlines jet. And it goes over the ropes for 6.
18 for 1 as we wish those people who is actually people sending me so many messages right now on Vinod. They say they're listening all the way from Guyana.
Yeah,
on the east
lovely.
coast of Demerara, they're listening as well. Good
East
afternoon to
coast
you.
of Demerara.
Yes. Did you ever went to Guyana, Mr. Vinod?
Yeah, I've been there many times.
Wow. Well, I have never went to Trinidad. Actually, next year, we're planning a trip down to Trinidad and Tobago.
You should do that. If you
Yes.
haven't been to Trinidad, you're missing out.
I know. Well, next year, hopefully,
I want to
I
say,
will be there.
so I say good evening to the people in Kitty Carville. Also in Georgetown. Number of Guyanese players playing here. In Berbice.
Yes. And talking about the Guyanese, Chandapal Hemraj, who's actually Chandapal Hemraj and me from the same village. And they have some people who is listening right now on the commentary there. They're listening as well.
So I want to say good afternoon to Guyana. The land of many waters. Clipped away over the infield. And it goes down to deep mid-wicket. The lowest for 2.
20 for 1.
So
and,
Guyana,
steady start here, Vinod.
Guyana is the land of many waters. Jamaica is the land of wood and water.
Wood and water.
But not necessarily in that order. 20 for 1. Lero. Hoiked away, down behind square. That's runs and that's 4. Bad delivery, short, and coming into the left-handed Aditya Vararajaran, and he pulls it away for 4. Chris there, our cameraman, was in danger.
Yes, looking back at the replay just about now, it was short and a wayward delivery, as Vinod said, and the batsman capitalizes from a loose delivery and into the boundary for 4. Titans move to 24 for 1, and Varadarajan, he's on 10, and Kristen Kalicharan on 7.
Now, why would you do that to yourself? The guy's name is Aditya V. Pushed back on the offside. Leroux.
Nice weather for cricket. Very, very sunny here in Broward County Stadium.
So it's 24 for 1 over number 3. They've got off a good start in terms of the run rate, but they've lost a wicket. Samp Army knows that they need to take another wicket here to pull them back.
Yes, pretty steady start. Looking at the game before, and that game lose some early wickets and they were pegged back.
Oh, that's 4 more. Really a mixed bag here. Family Road not consistent enough.
That was a fantastic shot, Vinod. Short, wide, and off the front foot, and backed away into the boundary for 4. It's always wonderful to see batsmen hitting the ball on the carpet. Always the safest measure. As you know, T20 cricket, that was about 6 and 4s. And that was a proper cricket shot there. 28 for 1.
Oh, it could be in trouble here. Direct hit would have been interesting, but Kalicharan is able to get back. We were through. It's the end of another over there from Leroy. His 2 going for 16. And at the end of 3, it's 28 for 1.
28 for 1, current run with 9.3. Extras 2 so far. And so far, what I have seen from Kalicharan and Varadarajan, they have been able to work the ball around. They've been getting singles. They've been putting the loose balls for 4. And that's very good to know that, even though this form of cricket is always a fast-paced type of game, whereas you see a lot of 6 and 4, they've been able to curtail themselves and been able to work the ball around and get their 1s and 2s.
Well, Nisarg Patel is going to take up the attack. He was absolutely brilliant in Sampami's last game. His 4 overs went for just 9 runs. Let's see what inroads he can make. A good bowling change here by Jacob Ospina. Oh, and he's bowled him. Kalicharan saw a delivery tossed up. He was looking to hit it somewhere close to Trinidad and Tobago, and his stumps has been flattened.
Well, a caliber like Kalicharan, who I expect to do very well in this game here. If you look back to the replay, a ball there pitched up and a swipe, so to speak. A very, very poor shot indeed from his level. And the second wicket goes down for the Titans, 28 for 2. And the Samp Army, they are looking good.
I thought the ball kept a trifle low.
Trifle low as well, yeah.
Kalicharan ended up playing over it.
So 28 for 2. And I haven't know if you've been following what's been happening on the international scene. And talking about the international scene, we see the West Indies lose another test match last night.
I was surprised.
Well, I did told, I think it was Lenny or Kim, that game will be finishing hour and a half before lunch. And it did happen. It did happen. I think they were bundled out for 70 odd, 78 or so. Scott Boland with 3 wicket, Stark with 3 wicket. And disappointment.
Nissa also got 3 wickets.
Yes, and I think the only positive, if I could say this on air, was the batting of Tejan Chandapal.
Well, top scorer in both innings, didn't he?
Yes, I think he made 17, which is the highest score as well for the West Indies.
47 in the first innings before he was run out. Ollie Harris, who likes to get on with it, is the new man in now. And it's going to be Nisarg Patel to continue. The USA player. And this is a drive through the offside for 4. I said it before. He likes to get on with it.
Well, 28 for 2, and you add the 4. That will give you to 32. And as the batsman was coming in there, I thought it was a little bit of Jesse Ryder, the New Zealand player there for me. And hitting that ball for 4. I'll definitely look pleasing to the eye as he get off the mark. Ollie Harris, he's on 4.
Jesse Ryder got himself in some problems. Very colourful character. New Zealand hard-hitting batsman. Recently, my wife was going to name my dog Ryder. My kids asked her, what type of name is that?
I actually like that name, Vinod, Ryder. Yeah.
The boys chose Philip instead. I don't know if it's because of Prince Philip.
Interesting indeed.
So it's Ollie, the face. Nisarg Patel plays for the USA national team.
Nice steady start here by the Titans. 34 for 2. And Ollie Harris will definitely have come and have captured my eyes. That first 4 and whip for a single. Definitely look a wonderful player, Vinod.
Yeah, he's aggressive. He likes to keep things running and moving. You see, he was just looking for 2 there.
And that's the intent, you need. You were talking about intent. That's the intent you need. You need to score runs off every ball. You don't want to get bogged down in this form of the game, because once you get bogged down in this form of the game, you'll put yourself under pressure.
And your partner as well. This time he didn't know too much about that, but he gets a single still. The left arm orthodox spinner, Patel. One for 8. Kadicharan, the man dismissed. End of the over, the end of 4, 36 for 2.
End of 4, 36 for 2. It was a pretty steady start here by the Titans. They're going current run rate about 9 and losing the 2 wickets, 36 runs. I think the Samp Army will be very happy at the stage of the game. Nisark Patel 1 for 8 and Carmeli Rocks 2 overs, no meaning none for 16 as the game continue here as we start over number 5.
So Manoj Acharya is going to take up the attack from the northern end. He's going to bowl to good old Ollie Harris.
So new bowler been introduced by the Samp Army, and he'll be looking to follow suit and keep it tight and get some wickets for his team.
This time he hoiks this away down behind square. There's a man stationed there.
And one more added to the total, take the score to 37 for 2. A current run rate of 8.9. As those listeners who is listen to us on MAQ TV, good afternoon to everyone who is locking in. Listen to us on MAQ TV and also on the Facebook Live. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share to your friends and family, and enjoy some wonderful cricket here at the Broward County Stadium.
Cricket available on maqtv.com. Oh, that's a good delivery, good line. And Aditya has been off the strike for quite a while. So Samp Army is looking to make further inroads here. Stallions X already into the semi-finals. Good old Ollie's gone. Advancing down the track. In fact, it's Aditya Varajan going down the track, looking to pull it through mid-wicket, and he's gone. And this is what normally happens when you're not getting strike.
Well,
He's back on strike, and he was under pressure. You can see him coming down the track, and just didn't get enough of that.
Well, Vinod, this is a very key stage of the game for me. Varadarajan, who have played very well since I've came here. I saw his innings last night. As you said, he was a star from the strike couple overs back, and looking to pull that one around. Good catch there from that fielder there, that shot middle wicket position. 37 for 3, and the Samp Army, Vinod, will be the more happier team.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy at this point in time. They've done well. What they have done is to take wickets. The run rate is not bad. The Titans' run rate, not bad. But what they have done is to take wickets if they can 3.
So as Varadarajan leave, out comes Navin Stewart. Navin Stewart batting in the number 5 today, and I'll be looking forward to see his innings, because last night I didn't think he troubled the score.
No, he didn't trouble the scorers, but the previous game he got 42. So he will be looking to come to the party here. He has to come to the party. Navin Gonzalo Stewart, he's in there very early. Here is Acharya going over the wicket now. So he wants to end this over strongly here, Sean. 1 for 3.
Yeah, most definitely. He's already have a wicket, and he will looking to continue to get more wickets and add that to his wicket collection for today's game.
Even Stewart back and across, pushing it back along the track.
27 for 3, as I said earlier. This is a very key moment for me as Nathan Stewart comes in. We always know how difficult, how he's a dangerous player coming into the last 10. But with so many overs more to come, Vinud, we'll see how he play his innings here today.
I think what he needs to do, he has the luxury of soaking a few deliveries up, looking to just, get a sighter, get the bounce of the track, and a piece of it as well, and then he can explore. Guys like him, they could afford to take a few deliveries and get in because of the rapid way they score runs, and so they can make up for it in the end. Plus, the run rate is not that bad, 37. This is the 5th over. Oh, that's whipped away. Isaac Patel is there.
So the end of over number 5. Yes, the end of over number 5 as the umpire signal a leg byes. 38 for 3. And Manoj Acharya 1 over for 2 runs and a wicket. Vinod,
Yep.
as I said earlier, the Samp Army will be pretty happy how things have been happening so far.
Yes, they will be. So it's the end of the over. 5 for 38. We're going to have a change in the commentary position, a double change at that. And we will have Leonard Archibald coming in with Kim.
So thank you, Vinod. Thank you, Sean. 38 for 3. Samp Army, one of the top team in this league, and so is Titans. But Titans will certainly come into this game as probably the challenger, as I welcome Kim into the box. A couple of runs there off the bat of Nathan Stewart, and the score goes up to 40 for 3.
Yeah, and we're in over number 6, and Samp Army, they have been having a wonderful tournament so far. So a wide, and they picked up a run, so 2 wides coming in, so makes that 42. 42 for 3 there. And as I was saying, that they have been having a wonderful tournament so far, the Samp Army team. And yesterday we got some fireworks from Johnson Charles.
So Rohan Mustafa will continue. Ball driven into the offside by Ollie Harris. He can't score. So 3 down. We've seen the departure of Aditya Varadarajan. We've saw the departure of Omari Williams. This is struck well from Ollie Harris, and it will go all the way out of the playing area. And that's a massive looking shot from the big left-hander.
Yes, it is. Let's have a look on the replay again. He waited patiently right in his alley, and he make use of it and dispatches it for 6.
So Oliver Harris, he's a top quality player. One of several players who've made the trip from England this year. And really, it's not the first time we've seen players from overseas countries come to this event. Ball turned into the onside. They scamper through for a single, and that brings up the 50, is not? No, 49. But a good over here for the Titans.
Yes, and Harris, he's actually soaking up the sunshine here as well. I think it's cold over there in England for sure.
So Navian Stewart not controlling a ball. Went oppositely to a short mid-off position. So 6 overs gone. It's 49 for 3.
Yeah, so Stewart haven't gotten the start he would have wanted to in the couple last game. So maybe today, this is his day to actually contribute some runs to the Titans score sheet. But some 12 runs from this over, and that's a good over for the Titans. Samp Army, they have bowled 5 extras already.
So it looks like Manoj Acharya will continue 49 for 3. Oliver Harris, shorten here, and we call him Ollie Harris. Oliver Harris will face up to Manoj Acharya. Acharya, first of all, would have gone for only 1 and would have picked up the wicket of Aditya Varadarajan. We saw a brilliant catch from Solomon Bodinga. And so 6 overs gone, 49 for 3, still 84 balls to be bowled, so a lot left in this game. Second semi-final. And Kim, we saw earlier on, we saw Stallions X going into the semi-final. They got rid of the SVUCC. So the big semi-finalist, as the score goes up to 50 on the board. Now Vince Short comes into strike.
Yes, this is going to be a competitive game because everybody wants a spot in the semi-finals, and this is a elimination round. So if you lose, you go home.
Yes, and the Samp Army brand has been around US cricket for some time. They have done exceptionally well. In fact, this brand would have just competed in the Abu Dhabi T10. Ball steered into the offside. Easy single here for Navin Stewart. And Samp Army would have done well in that tournament. Was the number 3 team, finished on 3rd. And so the Samp Army brand not only plays domestic cricket in the US, but they've had a chance to play in an international tournament in Abu Dhabi.
And they came 3rd. And it's a left and right hand combination at the crease here, Lenny.
Yes, Oliver Harris, of course, the left-hander. Oh, a play and a miss, and the ball goes through to the keeper.
Yes, that one kind of kept low because he went to hammer that one, but it kept low on him to the keeper. No run there. 51 for 3 in over number 7. Maybe they're looking at a high total, but Samp Army, they're really bowling well too. Boundaries not really coming in often there, Lenny.
So Oliver Harris, 1-6 and 1-4 already. Ball into the offside. Johnson Charles, it appears, is in the way, and is still 51 for 3. And okay, when you look at the Samp Army squad, they carry 3 wicketkeepers in this team. Manang Patel, of course, having kept for the US for many years now, and then of course Amir Jangu, the man who gets the nod. Play and a miss here from Ollie Harris. So Amir Jangu has been given the gloves, a man who plays in the CPL, first-class player. We've seen so many times Johnson Charles taking the gloves whenever he plays in the US. And then, of course, I made mention the USA captain, Manang Patel. So the wicketkeeping department is well taken care of here by 3 personnel from the Samp Army team. 51 for 3. Ball tugged into the onside. Doesn't time it well. And that will complete over number 7, 52 for 3.
Yes, and 3 consecutive deliveries right outside of the half stump there, Lenny. He misses 2, didn't get that one quite well on the bat, but that was very consistent of the bowler to keep living outside of the half stump. 7 overs down, 52 for 3.
So we saw earlier on Stallion X makes it to the semi-final. Samp Army takes on Titans here, and later on in the day and night encounter we will see United Methodist Medical Center Knight Riders. That's a long name. They will take on the Dallas All-Stars.
Yeah, so this partnership is consist of 15 runs already. So they will have to look to capitalize on that some more to get a good total. Yesterday we saw where Samp Army, they put up a 214 runs on the board. So
Nisarj Patel, US national player. And ball driven past the bowler. Easy single here for Ollie Harris. And the partnership continues to blossom here. 53 for 3.
Yeah.
It's a glorious sunshine here at the Broward County Stadium. A ground that has hosted several T20 international matches and 1 international match. And not forgetting many associates clashes from time to time. Navin Stewart is kept quiet. He remains on 4. It's 53 for 3.
So Patel ball what two delivers already, just one run from it. He keeping it very tight here.
Navin Stewart is punching this one into the offside. Well stopped there from Jacobus Pinar. And the batsman can't get a run.
Yeah, well stopped. Patel applaud him for that feeling there.
So Navin Stewart in this series, his highest score has been 42. This one is tickled fine. We'll have to wait and see if he came off the bat, running up towards the fine leg boundary. We'll have to wait and see any signal from the umpire. And that's gone away for 4. So good looking shot from Navin Stewart. Tickled it fine. And it ran away very fast outfield. He picks up 4.
Well, you see here in the replay that Patel, he straight down the leg side. And the batter just helped it along. And it runs away for 4.
So good looking shot from Navin Stewart. He continues to be quite a competitor in this competition. Scores of 20 and 42. And he got a duck in one of the game. A long way for them to go. Some 72 balls still to be bowled. So 8 overs gone. It's 57 for 3.
57 for 3 at the end of 8. Not bad, but they would like to be a little further than that. So that means they picked up about 40-something runs in their power play. And this partnership is consist of 20 runs. So Stewart, he can be destructive if he get the goal that he really, really wants there, Lenny. And Harris, he can be as well.
Yeah, we've seen the 3 wickets to have fallen so far. Aditya Varadarajan off the bowling of Manoj Acharya. We saw Omari Williams off the bowling of Rohan Mustafa. And then we saw a careless looking shot from the youngster Kirsten Kalicharan. He was certainly one of their big batter or better batter when coming into this game. But I thought he played a very careless looking shot, Kim. Kirsten Kalicharan, he's a lot more talented than the runs that he's put up today on the score sheet.
Yeah.
So Carmel Leroux comes back for his second bowling spell. 2 overs, no made, none for 16. And will come into bowl to the big left-hander, Oliver Harris.
So they have spread the field a little bit. Well, he seems to miss his run up there. He had to turn back. Umpire signal a dead ball. So the previous over only went for 5 runs, 4 dots on that. It wasn't a bad over, very good over.
Oh, inside edge onto the stumps, and Oliver Harris falls. It's 57 for 4. Carmel Leroux strikes at the start of the 9th over. A big inside edge onto the sticks.
So looking at the replay here, he really slashes that one hard, but takes some inside edge to the pad and then to the stumps, flicks the middle stump out of the ground. The 4th wicket has fallen. It is 57 for 4 in over number 9. And the Samp Army team, they're really loving this. We've been, from last night, we've seen team CVCC, they are restricted to 42. They were restricted to 71 today. And it seems as if Samp Army, they have read the book that Stallions X have been reading, and they want to restrict Titan CC to a small total here.
So Oliver Harris is gone, 57 for 4, pressure on Titans. They won the toss, electing to bat. They come up against a very strong, well put together Samp Army squad. And Kim, when you realize Samp Army in their last 2 games has made over 200, or well, in one game they made 200, and one they made what, 216, 218. It plays on your mind what the kind of score you want to set Samp Army to get. And you look at the numbers here, 57 for 4, not looking good at all.
No, it's not looking good. I tell you, so this pitch is really doing something for the bowlers. And they are getting wickets. They're really getting some good bounce on it as well. And the ball is coming on quite well onto the bat. So the batsman, they just have to be patient, apply themselves, wait on the ball, try to punish it, get some boundaries in, and try and work around the ball for 1s and 2s.
So Kimura Leverock comes to the middle. He comes out to Bermuda. Oh, he almost gets an inside edge, but this inside edge into the mid-wicket area, he's off the mark and running.
Yes, the bowler can't believe it didn't went on to the stump. He picked up a wicket on his first delivery, so a dot and just a run from the over so far.
So Navin Stewart comes back into strike. He's joined by Kamar Leverock, who comes out of Bermuda. We've seen a couple of Bermuda players during the course of this tournament. We also saw Delray Rollins, players who have been here in the past, both Leverock and Rollins. Both represents the Bermuda national team these days, and a team that has done well at the associate level. Gonzalo gets a very good ball. That's Navin Stewart, and he defends for dear life.
Well, Stuart, he's on 8 from 12 deliveries, 58 for 4, 2 dots in this over. And I tell you, the bowlers, they're really enjoying themselves.
Yeah, this has been a very good bowling effort from the likes of Carmi Leroux. Man, with ball in hand, he's picked up one already. In fact, all the bowlers being used has picked up one. Mustafa one, Nisarj Patel one, Manoj Acharya one. Flicked and flicked well into the onside. Navin Stewart doesn't even move. He poses for the camera. And that has gone away for 4. That's an elegant flick into the onside. Lovely shot from Navin Stewart.
Yes, he waited patiently, comes across and just flicked it out of the pad, and he gets what it deserves, a boundary.
Yeah, he's a top quality competitor, Navin Stewart. Complete all-rounder, can bat, can bowl. And he gives you a very good hustle in the field. He's a type of player you would always want in your team. Should have done a lot more with a shortish ball. Got tangled up. Carmi Leroux may have slowed it up a little bit, messing with the timing of Navin Stewart.
Let's see if he went into that shot too early. See if we can get the replay here, because it hits him in the stomach. He just crunch there just now. It was a good delivery. He was going for that pull shot again.
So Stewart settles and waits. Quality ball from Carmi Leroux, just a single out towards the offside and brings the Bermudian. In fact, he will have to wait a while longer. 9th over gone is 63 for 4.
It's another good over, just 6 runs and a wicket coming from that. So not a bad over the bowlers, as I mentioned, and I will keep mentioning it, that they're having a really good time on this pitch. It seems as if it's a bowler's wicket here, Lenny.
Yes, Kim, Samp Army has done well in this tournament. Would have won the Unity Cup earlier on this year that was played in the Washington D.C. area, so they've been around domestic T20 franchise cricket for some time and have always been in the reckoning. Nisarj Patel will continue. Will come into bowl to Navin Stewart. He's on 12. In fact, he's on 13. Leverock is on 1. And he gets a ball that is turned easily into the offside. In the onside actually, and Leverock comes back into strike.
Yes, so it's Patel. He's in his 3rd over, 14 runs from it, and a wicket. That speaks a lot here, Lenny, that he's bowling well. 64 runs on the board, 4 wickets down, and we're actually in over number 10, halfway through the 20th over.
Yeah, 64 on the board. A powerful batting lineup sported by Samp Army. Includes the likes of Johnson Charles and Jacobus Pinar, Andres Gauss, and all these men have been among the runs. They've also got Solomon Bodinga, has played at the English county level. Monang Patel, the USA captain. So it's going to be a strong batting order when they come to bat with 64 for 4 on the board at the moment. Oh, has that ball carried? We'll have to wait and see. The keeper is running out to congratulate Nisarj Patel, and it may have carried into the hands of the bowler, and so Leverock goes 64 for 5.
Well, Leverock seems shocked. Let's have a look on the replay here. Well, it seems to have carried there. And he's slowly walking with his head down, very disappointed. Did not get the start. He walks back to the dressing room. He's gone for one. It is 64 for 5, and we're in over number 10.
Yes, Kim, and if you look what has happened in the field, Jermaine Lindo, the square leg umpire, may have had a very good look.
Yes.
It's a very low catch. I think Nisarj Patel held on to the ball. Let's look for the ball if it fell through. And Jermaine Lindo at square leg may have had a very good vision of what has happened. And
if you can look through the legs of the bowler when he gets down there, Lenny, seems as if he had gotten some fingers under that one. So that would have made it out.
so Nisarj Patel picks up his second wicket. Kemal Leverock is gone. And more trouble here for the Titans. They're batting a 64 for 5.
This was a position that the UCC found themselves in the first game. At this stage, I think there were about 8 wickets down for 64. Lenny, seems as if the same thing is happening to the Titans here, but they still can come back. They have lots of overs to come, and they can build a partnership, try to capitalize on this 64 and see if they can get about 140 at the end of 20.
So Adrian Ali comes to the middle. And he comes in at number 7, Adrian Ali, but he's a top order batter. And it's interesting, Kim, Adrian Ali has very good memories in this tournament, and I'll tell you why. 64 for 5 and swept away. That's a good looking shot to get off the mark from Adrian Ali. Will pick up at least 2 as the fielder runs back, and it's 66 for 5. Good looking shot from Adrian Ali.
So you were saying that he has been having a wonderful tournament?
Yeah, Adrian Ali has been on 4 teams that have won the US Open over the years, and we'll talk about that when we come back, as Nisarj Patel will come into bowl to Adrian Ali, cuts into the offside and can't score. So 10 overs gone, 66 for 5.
Yep, 66 for 5 at the end of 10. So that's 60 deliveries down, 66 runs on the board. So they are scoring at least 6.6 runs and over. And this was a fantastic over by Patel. He picked, 3 runs and a wicket from this over. So he picked up 2 wickets, so 16 runs from 3 overs. An impressive bowling there by Patel.
So 10 overs gone, 66 for 5. So Pinar comes into the attack. And as Pinar comes into the attack, Sean, welcome back. We're seeing a big performance again from Samp Army. And you look at the cards, it's 66 for 5. Very good numbers here for Samp. This one goes down the leg side. Signal a wide from umpire Jermaine Lindo, 67 for 5.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome back. And thank you so much, Lenny.
So Navin Strode driving into the offside. He'll pick up an easy single and brings Adrian Ali. And I got to tell you something about Adrian Ali. This man has been to the US Open for many, many years, maybe just as much as I have been here. I got to tell you, he's been on 4 winning teams, Sean. 2 times with the Trinidad and Tobago team, 1 time with a team called US Tigers, and then not too long ago with a team called California Bears. So this man has been on, he knows what it is to celebrate on the big stage at the end of a US Open. He's been there 4 times.
Well, definitely have the experience, as you mentioned. And he is a class player when it comes to these type of cricket.
Ball work back to the bowler, but let's talk about this bowling effort from Samp. They've really bowled well. They've controlled this game, so to speak. And by no means is this a runaway score. You look at 68 for 5, and you realize essentially half of the batting order is gone.
Yes, it is very important that Navin Stewart and Adrian Ali build a partnership because 68 for 5. They're in some trouble here, Lenny.
And the fact is, Sean, as we were making the point, this is a team known. The Samp Army, oh, that's a good-looking shot from Adrian Ali. Can't score. And so the tidy bowling of Pinar continues here. Just a couple of runs of this over. 11 gone. 68 for 5.
And Titans continue to struggle here at the Broward County Stadium. 68 for 5. And two batsmen who you've always talked about, Adrian Ali. How many years he have done this, and he seems a player that he knows when to play the big innings. And today, his team needed him alongside Nathan Stewart. And from 68 for 5, Lenny, give us your thoughts. You think how much you'll get in the 20 overs?
Well, for one, we saw the youngster Kirsten Kalisharan playing a very careless shot. We saw an inside edge off the bat of Oliver Harris. Sometimes you can't control an inside edge. Into the onside, fielder comes in, puts it down. Might have been Monang Patel, usually a wicket keeper. Should have been very safe, well, with his pair of hands. But he puts one down and he puts Nathan Stewart down.
Very key moment of the game. Pitched up, and there was Nathan Stewart looking for the maximum, and straight in and straight out. Should have been 69 for 6.
So Adrian Ali comes into strike. Nisarj Patel would have missed out on an opportunity to get one. Ball eased into the offside, and Nathan Stewart. The question is, can Nathan Stewart make them pay for the chance that was put down by Monang Patel? We'll wait and see.
Definitely have to wait and see, Lenny.
So 52 balls still to be bowled. Nathan Stewart comes down the track, straight along the ground. Monang Patel is engaged again. And he does well to cut the 4 off. Another single here to Titans.
And this is where Nathan Stewart cricket have developed a lot, because since that he had that half chance, he will want to capitalize on this and play a very, very big innings here today.
So Nisarj Patel with a couple of wickets in the bag will finish up here, guided into the offside, can't score. Nisarj Patel has bowled well, member of the U.S. international team these days. And he's a capable all-rounder, quality leg spinner. And Adrian Ali can't get much off that ball. Only a single, and a single that takes the score up to 72 for 5.
Very, very quiet here at Broward County Stadium. 72 for 5. Nisarj Patel put in the squeeze on the Titans as his bowling figures 2 for 20. And one delivery finish from his fourth over.
So you would have picked up the wickets of Leverock, and also would have picked up the wicket of Kirsten Kalicharan. So 12 overs gone, 72 for 5.
And Samp Army will be very, very happy how the game has been happening so far. I see the Samp Army yesterday, and especially with the opening pair of Johnson Charles and Jangru. And whatever target the Titans going to want to set. And Samp Army, we know the capabilities. And I would probably predict that they'll need something in the region of at least 135, 140. At least something for the bowlers to bowl at, Lenny.
So Pinar will continue. Adrian Ali has just come to the crease. We've seen a put down by Monang Patel off the bat of Nathan Stewart. But that's all part of the game. Drop catches and inside edges and misfortunes have always been part of cricket. Had it not been for those things, maybe the game would have been boring. So it adds to the drama, the intrigue, and the suspense as this one is worked into the onside. Another single here from Adrian Ali.
And the current run rate, the Titans are going at 6, 73 for 5. And they'll want to set themselves some goals as they head into the 15 overs.
So Nathan Stewart comes back into strike. Still 47 balls remaining. Smashed into the offside. Has he got enough of this one? He has. So Nathan Stewart takes this one outside of the playing area, way over long off. And that has gone for a massive 6.
Using his experience, pitched up. And Nathan Stewart, they're hitting that one fantastically all the way for 6. And the Titans will want more from Nathan Stewart.
So given a life not too long ago, he has gone 6 or 7 runs from that chance. 79 for 5. This over's gone for 7 so far. And a good couple of comeback deliveries here from Pinar.
Yes, Pinar keeping it tight after being hit in for a huge six there by Nevin Stewart.
So ball worked into the offside. Good comeback here from Pinar. 43 balls still to be bowled. And as Sean made mention not too long ago, run rate just over 6. It has only gone over 6 by the big strike for Nevin Stewart. And cut away into the offside. Protection out in the deep. And that will complete 13 over 80 for 5.
Yes, Lenny. A good comeback there from Pinar after being struck for a huge six by Nevin Stewart. And as 13 overs complete, 18 for 5, and Nevin Stewart and Adrian Ali. This is where it's going to be interesting because with 7 overs to go, not that much wicket left in the bank. I'll predict for a good total here today, at least 135, 140. Nevin Stewart going to have to be there at least probably the 17th, 18th over. I don't know how you see it, Lenny.
Yes, Sean, another bowling change. Nisarj Patel comes off, 2 for 20 off his 4. And we've seen a quality put together team here again by Samp Army. They continue to play well in this tournament. They haven't lost a game yet. And Garrett Delany has been given the ball, the Irish player. And we've seen quite a few Irish players on the circuit this year, Sean.
Yes, we have seen not only Irish, but we have seen a lot of the West Indian players as well. Competition that is fantastic here in Broward County.
So we've seen Andy Balburney, we've seen Barry McCarthy, George Dockrell, Harry Tector, Mark Adair, Lorcan Tucker, and Garrett Delany out of Ireland. And I'm pretty sure I may have missed 1 or 2, so they've come here in their numbers, enjoying the sunshine here in the state of Florida. This one into the onside, and this time Manang Patel accepts with confidence, takes the catch, and Nevin Stewart, given a life at 15, is gone for 23.
Well, just as I was praising the Nevin Stewart innings, short batsman there, cramp for room, and looking back at the replay, a very, very simple catch to the fielder, and Titans losing a very, very key wicket. Nevin Stewart gone for 24, and Titans now in a spot of bother, they are 80 for 6.
Yeah, Nevin Stewart will be quite cross when he looks at the replay and realizing how soft he has gotten out, given a life on 15, and probably would be very upset with himself that he should have pushed on with so many deliveries remaining. Sean, 41 more. He would have had a chance to really post something substantial, but that didn't happen. And this time Manang Patel corrects an earlier mistake that he has made. And this time, not a let out here for Nevin Stewart. Garrett Delany picks up his first wicket of his first ball. Brilliant start for him. Perfect start. And Shalom Parnell comes to the middle. It's 80 for 6.
Well said there, Lenny. The game was set for Nevin Stewart to do his power hitting, especially with the last 7 overs to come. And I was predicting a total of 135, 140. But it's going to be something different here as Adrian Ali, the non-strikers, and they're 5 from 11. We know his class, we know his capability, and the Titans will look forward for him to get some runs as well today.
So Shalom Parnell comes in here, 41 balls still to be bowled. He joins Adrian Ali. And a perfect start to Garrett Delany. Given the ball and the first ball he bowls, he picks up 1. Can't ask for a better start from your bowler.
Not at all.
Playing a miss and a good scamper through. It could be by here. We'll wait and see. Umpire Saeed Irfan, man who comes out of Long Island. In fact, by is the call. And so 1 is added to the Titans score. They're struggling here at 81 for 6. So Adrian Ali comes back into strike. Still some ways to go here for the Titans. We have seen very good bowling from Karmi Leroux, Rohan Mustafa, Nisarj Patel. He picked up 2. He's done. Manu Jacharya, Obus Pinar, and now Garrett Delany. They've all bowled well. And we also would have seen Stallion X, one of the semi-finalists, already decided. The ball turned into the onside. They scamper through for 1. Ali gives up the strike to Parnell. 39 balls to go, Sean.
39 balls to go. At least they'll want to maximize that 39 deliveries and get as much runs as possible in the last couple overs.
So the other quarterfinal shows that UMMC, wide is the signal from umpire Saeed Irfan. And so the score trickles up by 1, 83 for 6. The next game is UMMC will take on Dallas All Stars. And that should be a cracker of the game, day and night game later on. Into the offside, can't score. The bowling has been tight in this over.
Nicely flighted there by Gardelani, the batsman, looking to come forward and drive. And that ball scores captain 83 for 6.
This has been a very good over from Delani. He's only gone for 3. He's picked up the wicket of Navis Stewart in the air, but well in front of Monang Patel. Parnell escapes, and this continues to be a very good over from Garrett Delani. 84 for 6.
And the struggles continue here, Lenny. I'm thinking if the pitch has been playing a little different, but since I've come, the batting have been very good. In the last couple of games, we have just seen the ball just type a little slow in the air.
So Ali gets hold of this one. It's going up towards the backward square area. They could come back for 2. In fact, settling for only 1. And the fielder does well to get quickly to the ball. 14 gone, 85 for 6. 85 for 6,
and looking at the current partnership, 5. And the current run rate, just about 6.1. The Titans going to look to something substantial in the last 6 overs as they lose Nevin Stewart. But Adrian Ali, really expect something big from him today, Lenny.
So the batting card, we've seen the wickets of Varadarajan for 15, Omari Williams for 5, Kali Charan for 8, Ollie Harris for 16, Nevin Stewart for 23, 24, and Leverock for 1, Adrian Ali and Shalom Parnell out in the middle. There we go. As Pinar will come into bowl to Adrian Ali, and Ali is improvising again. That's a good looking shot, running down to the fine leg boundary. And the fielder does well to save the boundary. Couple of good runs here from Adrian Ali. 87 for 6.
And Adrian Ali seems a very, very busy player since he come in. That nice Dill scoop, if I can get the replay just about now, as executing that Dill scoop very, very good. And I'm getting a couple of runs, 2 runs actually.
So 2 runs off the bat of Adrian Ali. Still 35 balls to be bowled. The ball worked into the offside. And you look at Adrian Ali, he very clever cricketer. He realizing that so many wickets have fall. With 34 balls remaining, he's still nudging the ball into the open spaces, looking for big opportunities. But the bowling has been good. Can't get away from that. And the spinners, Jacob Espinar, Nisarj Patel, and then we saw Garrett Delani has been on the ball. So not only does the Samp Army a team capable of scoring 200, but they're a good bowling team also, as we're beginning to see. And this one worked into the onside. Can't score this time from Parnell.
He scores captain 88 for 6, and they're going to need some big overs, Lenny, because, the Samp Army team, they're batting... they're very, very deep in their batting. So, it's time that after probably the 15 overs, they have to have a meeting and say, hey, you know what, we got to get a plan. We got to get some runs on the board. So 88 for 6.
So 88 for 6. We'll run through the scorecard and just at the end of this over. But a card that perhaps the Titans will not want to look at too much. This one worked into the onside here from Parnell, trying to make opportunities of the remaining deliveries, and that's 32 of them. As Adrian Ali comes back into strike, 89 for 6.
And it's continued to be pretty tight. Parnell 2 from 5, and Adrian Ali 9 from 15. Strike rate is not that much, but they will need to step it up in the next couple overs.
So Ali cuts this one into the offside, can't score. And it goes to Monang Patel, maybe not used to fielding out. He's the man with the glove with the U.S. international team. And so might be finding something strange that he's not donning the gloves. And this one is cut away again in the region of Monang Patel. He does well, keep the ball in play. And that's a dot ball. 15 gone. It's 89 for 6.
89 for 6, that last delivery. Short wide, the batsman cut in towards that backward point position. Well done by the fielder. Definitely saved some runs there, Lenny, as the score is kept on 90 for 6 with 5 overs remaining. Good. So 90 for 6. Welcome here to the Broward County Stadium. There is beautiful sunshine here. As I gotta say good afternoon to my co-commentator Kim. I know you've been having lots of fun here, Kim. And you're gonna tell us a little experience so far in Florida. As this one here is heaved away down towards that field there, down at that corner position. They've gone for 1 and 91 for 6. As we welcome you, Kim. Good afternoon, and how are you doing?
Good afternoon, Sean. Thank you again. Florida has been really, really good. It reminds me so much of my beautiful country, Jamaica. And the Titans, they're really putting up a fight here after they were at 64 for 4.
92 for 6. Here is Delani comes up bowls, and batsman here driving. They're going to get a single. As the fielder there comes up just now and picked up. I know you've been loving the experience here, Kim, and actually talking about that, this is going to be my last stint for today's edition. And I got to say thank you so much to the management here, MAQ TV, Lenny, Vinod, Mamchan, and Kim as well, and all the commentary team for having me here.
You're welcome, Sean. It's 93. I predicted if they go along, they could get 141-45. It seems as if Samp Army.
We shall wait and see as batsman they will get a single. As one more be added and 94 for 6. Kim, how do you see it from here, knowing the fact that the Samp Army batting lineup with the capabilities of Jangru and Johnson Charles? They will have something to say about it later.
Well, we've been seeing some surprises from last night and the first game this morning. This seems to be a bowling wicket.
We shall see. 94 for 6. Here is Adrian Ali trying to reverse sweep. And he'll get a single. Gotta wait on the decision of the umpire. And there is one. Yes, one as you look back into the replay. By signal. So one more to the extra.
Well, that one almost carried on back to the stump there. But they managed to scamper for a run.
95 for 6 as Delani comes and bowls. And the batsman, they're looking to sweep that one, misses, and didn't make any contact. The score's kept on 95 for 6.
One delivery left in this over. This partnership is consist of 15 runs, just 4 runs from this over so far.
95 for 6. Here is Delani bowls, and batsman they are looking to tuck that one away. And they couldn't get a single as the over come to an end. 95 for 6 here in Broward County.
Yeah, 95 for 6. All right, so this is a knockout stage. We know that the CVUCC, they are eliminated. So once you lose, you go home. We'll see you back here next year, this time around. So if you're just joining us on maqtv.com, we want to say welcome. We're at the quarterfinal stage now. And tomorrow we'll be heading to semifinals. On Tuesday, we'll be having the grand finale here. So any team loses here today, they will actually be out of the competition until next year. So, Sean.
And both teams will want to get the 8 games because obviously it's a very, very crunch time. You know, you lose, you out. And the Titans, they're 96 for 6.
Yes, and you have some information there on Ali.
I'm going to share that with you in a few.
Listen, he managed to work that out of the pad just for a run. Someone will have to decide to take on the bowlers. 96 to 6 in over number 17. We know that the Samp Army is a very strong team there, Sean.
Yeah, they are a strong team, and not only that, they play a very, very good all-round cricket in both the bowling and the batting department.
So they will have to get something about 150 thereabout.
Well, my prediction was at least 130, 135, but let's see.
Well, he's creating some shots and he's taken a soft dismissal there. Innovated that one into the fielders and the 7th wicket is down. The score reads 97 for 7.
Well, Adrian Ali will be a bit disappointed, knowing the fact that he was the set batsman as we look the replay. Looking to play that scoop shot and taking there that short fine leg position. One more wicket is gone, and the Titans now are 97 for 7, Kim.
Yes, they set up that short fine leg for him because he have been playing that shot for quite some while now. That was a good field position there, and 7 wickets down. Well, it seems as if this one is going to be over early and done.
Well, since you always come on here, your prediction has always been corrected. So, I hope your prediction going to be correct as I look at the bowling figures and seeing Gary Delani, 2 of us no maiden, 1 for 7, and Acharya 2 for 6. The spinners have played a very, very key role in this encounter here. The previous game we have seen the seamers having the initiative, but the spinners have really played a key role in dominating this Titans attack here. And they will be looking for something, as I said, for 130, 135, get the score, and see if the bowlers could defend that.
Well, Christopher, he's the new batter in, and I agree with you with the spinners. They are really dominating this from last night. It seems as if, I'll say again, the spinners, this is their pitch. Well, we have seen a couple deliveries kept low here, Sean.
Yes, we have seen some few deliveries have been keeping low, but prior to that, I think it's been the wicket have been playing through, through bounce. It's been a good batting wicket. Yes, we have seen some very, very low scores, but you have to give credit to the groundsman, the creator as well. I think they've done an amazing job on getting some good cricket pitch here.
Yes, and knowing that this is an international ground, yes, they have really, really done some work. Milton Taylor and his team, they have really put in the work. Every time it game break, you see them rolling the pitch. Yes, it's wonderful.
Wonderful work indeed, and it's a lot of hard work, but I gotta give credit to them. Fantastic work.
It's a nice delivery there. Good line and good length. Just managed to get it out of the pad, work it off for a run. 17 overs completed, 98 for 7 here, Sean.
98 for 7 with the 3 overs remaining. Going at a rate of 5.8. We'll be looking to get to that antique, look into that final couple overs where they could get some 6 and 4s. And it's going to be important to see what going to be the final total, Kim.
Well, that one kept low again. It seems as if he found something there that's keeping him there right side outside of the off stump. And the over just completed here, Sean. It is 17 overs gone, 98 for 7.
Yes, the overs finally completed, 98 for 7. Let's say good afternoon to those people who is locked into MAQ TV. Listen to us loud and clear on that YouTube as well and also on Facebook. Glad to have you guys all the way from India. I got some friends who's locking in all the way from India earlier. They said they're loving the vibes and they love the commentary from all the commentary teams. So shout out to those people who's locking in from India and also down in the Caribbean and also the islands as well.
Yes. So two runs from this over here and a wicket, 98 for 7. Will they manage to get to 120, 130 at the end of their 20 overs? Just 18 deliveries to come. Rohan who is continuing there. He already picked up a wicket, makes that 24 in 2.1 overs.
Yes, Rohan Mustafa, he's definitely have bowled well in this game for sure. He'll want to put the squeeze on these Titans batsmen as they come down to the last 3 overs.
Yeah. Well, he swings and swings hard. I see the stumps, but maybe it was disturbed there by the keeper. But that one seems to get low. He misses it. You can see his intention to go over the top. They won't go for a run, another dot. We call this 15 to 20 overs, the happy hour segment here, Sean. This is where they have to try and get in some boundaries.
One more added to the Titans, so I think that's going to be the 100 is up. So the 100 is up for the Titans. Yes, the 100 is finally up. 2 deliveries to go, Kim.
Well, it swings and swings hard. The fielder comes around. They're looking to come back for the second, but decided not to. Not a bad throw in there, Sean.
Yes, I should have done better with that delivery. That ball there was a full toss and just a single. And I probably should have done better to get a boundary, get a 6, but 101 for 7.
Well, skies that one. It's in the air. The fielder gets settled. Will it be taken? Yes, he's gone. Taken by Johnson Charles. The 8th wicket is down. Not looking good for the Titans. It is 101 for 8.
Well. Disaster. It was short. It was long hop, as I was saying, cricket in terms. As I look back at the replay, Johnson Charles, he will not drop that easy as a Sunday afternoon here in the Broward County Stadium. And Titans, they lose another wicket, 101 for 8. And Rohan Mustafa have added a wicket to his column. He's 1 for 26 after 2.5.
Yep, and 18th over completed there, Sean. It is 101 for 8. Purnell, you can see he soaked up some deliveries there. He's gone for 8 from 16 deliveries. They're currently going at 5.6 and over.
Yes, 5.6 and over. And if they probably bat out the next 2 overs, maybe a run a ball will get them to probably something around 115. It's very important that they utilize the 2 overs. That is important, and don't get bowled out before the quota of 20 overs. Cricket is a very funny game. Runs on the board. It's a big game. Winner takes all. And Samp Army. Look, I have them to win, but cricket is a funny game,
Yes, cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties, and anything can happen at any time, and it's not over until it's over.
Well said indeed. It's not over, they'll say. Not over until the fat lady sings.
So remember, if it's a quarterfinals, tomorrow you head into the semifinals. If any team lose here today, we know that CVCC, they're out of it, and Samp Army and Titans, they're up for it. It's going to be an exciting game here with this match here, Sean.
It is.
So not a good delivery there.
Yes, a good bowling here by Manoj Acharya. He's using the variation well. He's bowling the cutters, bowling the slower balls, and the batsmen have no clue as the runs is not coming here for the Titans. They're looking to get some maximum, looking to get some 6 and 4s, and they've been tied down as the scores kept on 101 for 8.
The bowlers, not very often, Sean, you see them straight down the leg side. They have been living outside the off stump, and extras is a factor in the tournament so far. Well, they're in the double figures again, 10 extras in this inning so far by the Samp Army. They will have to tighten up on that and be disciplined. So another good one seems to be living outside of the off stump.
Well, I was just talking about utilizing, every ball is very important. And so far in the 19th over, 4-dot ball, which is not good at all in any form of cricket. Manoj Acharya using his experience, as I said, and he's definitely deceiving the batsman. He's bowling the slow ball, he's bowling the cutters, and the batsman just looking to swing the defenses.
Look at the batsman there. He's not stepping, coming to the off stump. He's batting off mid and leg there. So 5 dots soaked up there. Take some chances. 2 wickets to come. You will try to get enough runs on the board that you can actually have something to defend.
And again, it's how experience is how you deal with it. And so far, Manoj Acharya is using that experience and I'm bowling a pretty good over.
Well, it's a single to end the over. See, he kicked himself down at the non-striker and said, oh my, I wasted 5 deliveries, only a run, 102 runs on the board, 8 wickets down at the end of over number 19.
Not acceptable at this stage, so to speak. Christopher Ramsaran swinging for the fences. 4 from 11 deliveries so far. He should have done better in that over, but I'm got to give credit to Manoj. Bowled a very good line, very good length. And the Titans, 102 for 8 with 6 deliveries, legal 6 deliveries to go. Let us see how much he'll get. Before I go today, let me say once again thank you to Vinod and thank you to the commentary team for having me. It was an amazing experience for me being here. Doing some cricket commentary for the US Open.
Well, good start there by Rohan. So he has bowled. He's in his 4th over now. Just a run. They will have to try and push for 2 now, Sean. Instead of going for 1, try and put pressure on the field and try and double up. Because clearly they are not getting the boundaries.
Well, they've been trying to do that, but they've been missing. They've been swinging for the fences, but they haven't been. They haven't contact any so far. 103 for 8 with 4 deliveries to go.
Swings and swings hard. Another good ball. A good stop there. Once they run the first one hard, try to put pressure on the field and let him miss field and you can come back for the second.
Yes, and this is very, very good bowling. He's bowling that channel right up, not giving the batsman any room at all. All the batsman could do is to just get a single. And this is very good bowling with 2 deliveries to go.
Well, 104 for 8. It's in the air. The fielder comes around. Will it be taking drops in no man's land? Hurrying, looking to come back for the second. A throw in. Managed to get home. Will they chance it for a third? No. So that takes the score to 106 for 8. Look at the replay, Sean.
Look at the replay there as the batsman swinging that one towards that fielder there that come in and pick it up. A good challenging run in to get to.
Well, he skies that one. It seems as if it's going to go. And it has gone. It is going. It's gone. It's gone over the top for a massive 6. What a shot that
112 for 8. The final total here as we look at the replay. Full toss. And batsman take full advantage of a poor delivery. They should have looked to get at least some more maximum, some more 6s and 4. But as I say, all well that ends well. 112 for 8, the final total. And Samp will need 113 to win as we look at the scorecard. For Radharajan, he made 15. Omari Williams, he made 5. Kristen Kalicharan, 7. Ollie Harris, 17. Navin Stewart, 24. Leverock, 1. Adrian Ali, 11. Shalom Parnell, 8. Christopher Ramsaran, 13. Damian Joyce Chim, 1. Give us a total of 112 for 8. 10 extras. And I'll just go through the bowling card. Carmeli Rooks, 3 of us nominated, 1 for 22. Rohan Mustafa, 4 of us nominated, 2 for 36. Nisar Patel, 4 of us nominated, 2 for 20. Manoj Acharya, 4 of us nominated, 2 for 8. Very, very tight indeed. Pinar, 3 of us nominated, none for 16. And Garrett Delani, 2 of us nominated, 1 for 7. 112 for 8. And the Samp will need 113 to go to win as I take my leave for today. Over to you, Kim, to wrap up.
All right, thank you, Sean. So join us back in another few minutes or so for the reply from Samp Army. They need 113 runs of victory.
13th US Open Cricket 2021 Fantasy Sports. Create your Dream 11 and win exciting prizes. Log in www.usopenfantasy.com.
Let's play with Open Champion. I'll play, I know what it takes, how it feels to win. And I'll do it all till the sun goes down, and all to the night time. Oh yeah, let's play, give it all you got inside. Make the magic come out, make you feel alive, and this the right time. Let's play. I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I don't lose, I come to win. I'm invincible. I'm the star, your champion. I'm so powerful. Hear me roaring, do the win. I'm so confident. Let's play with Open Champion. Let's play with Open Champion. USA, only one star, we are here to play. Brace yourself, this is where dreams are made. This is your lifetime. Oh yeah, today I'll let my heart get in the way. Hit all the shots from play to play. This is my passion. Let's play. I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I don't lose, I come to win. I'm invincible. I'm the star, your champion. I'm so powerful. Hear me roaring through the wind. I'm so confident. Let's play with Open Champion. Let's play with Open Champion. I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I don't lose, I come to win. I'm invincible. I'm the star, your champion. I'm so powerful. Hear me roaring through the wind. I'm so confident.
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast. Indian Lake Estates is a gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse, have a drink at the bar, or dine in the restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14 square mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier in Florida, a perfect spot to fish or just watch the stunning sunsets next to the abundant wildlife. Indian Lake Estates boasts a variety of half-acre buildable home sites extending from the golf course to the lake, including lake access canal lots. All lots come fully deeded as well as inspected for wetland and flood zones. Owners can use all the facilities without having to build. Caledonian offers a limited number of buildable lots with significant investment growth potential.
Zishan Qureshi played it towards onside, into the gap, through, it's gone for 4, fine leg boundary, and what a beautiful shot. This has gone all the way, all along the carpet and getting 4 runs. Really a good attempt that he's just managing that shot all along the ground. This is really a quality act from Zishan Qureshi. This time again towards onside, and this time again through. The fielder is after the ball, but in vain. Can't stop the ball. And Zishan just adjusted his shot at the very last moment. That was slight bit of indipper. Even another look at that, but he adjusted his shot well. Intelligent batting by Zishan Qureshi. We're just trying to get a big one towards onside. Adjusted well. Slower one, full length, dispatched away. Go and fetch it. This is going another big one, 6. And Zishan is on fire. He has started well. This time through covers, excellent shot. Bit of risk involvement, but he has just gone through the gap.
So welcome back as we continue action in the second match. This is the second quarterfinal here at the Central Broad Regional Park. And it's a Samp Army against Titans. Titans struggling to get up to 112 for 8. I think Samp Army will be fancying their chances as I say good afternoon to Sean.
Yes, good afternoon to you, Vinod. Good afternoon to listeners as well. Welcome back here at the Broward County Stadium. 112 for 8 from the Titans. And what's your prediction today in this game here?
I definitely think the Titans will be under pressure here to stop a rampaging Samp Army team. You know, Samp Army starting this tournament as one of the favorites. And that note, let me say very good afternoon to the owner of Samp Army, Ritesh Patel. He's done a wonderful job in, bringing this unit together. And I'm sure he's very proud in North Carolina where he resides, listening to MAQ TV.
Yes, of course. And as I look to the monitor there, is that Johnson Charles? I gotta see.
Yes, it is. Johnson
Charles. Yeah. And it looks like Jangru. I'll just have to wait and see. But 112 for 8, as Vinod said, they'll be looking to get some early wickets to put the Samp Army team under some early pressure and get those wickets very, very quick and fast. As for those who's listening on the MAQ TV app and also on Facebook, good afternoon.
So good afternoon, as Sean is saying. Johnson Charles is going to take strike, number 24 on his back. And Andres Gauss from South Africa is at a non-striker's end. And it's going to be Shalom Panel to open the bowling there for the Titans.
Well, two very, very destructive batsmen indeed. Johnson Charles from St. Lucia and Gauss from South Africa, Vinod? Let me know.
Yes, Gauss is from
Yes.
South Africa.
So, and they'll be looking to get a very quick and rapid start. The Samp Army.
Well, Samp Army with net run rate and thing not a factor anymore. They'll just want to take their time and get up to that total. Proper batting will get them there. Charles, you can see just getting a feel of the pace of the pitch. Just pushing that one away.
And it's going to be important for the first 6 overs to see what's the planning like for the Samp Army team with two very, very destructive players at the top of the order.
Django and Charles from the West Indies. Charles is driving. Beaten outside the off stump. Has to be careful here too, Shalom. Can't put it on the drive for Charles, especially as we're in the power play. You look at the ring of fielders on the offside. There's a third man, backward point, squarish cover, and mid off. So had he made contact with that could have gone into the boundary. On the onside, you have mid on, mid wicket, backward, short leg, and there's a man under the backward square boundary. And this time he goes over mid wicket, and it's going to run away into the boundary for 4.
Well, Vinod, that's a meat and drink, so to speak. We're looking for the replay. It's actually just about to come up. But a caliber and a play of Johnson Charles, that's his strength right there, to hit that ball down towards that deep middle wicket position and into the boundary to 4 to get Samp Army up and running.
Well, basically he came into the zone and Charles was able to take care of it. There's Shalom. Let's see how he responds. Oh, that's slashed away down over backward point and into the boundary for 4.
Well, not a good delivery at all from Parnell. We're going to look at the monitor just about now as we're getting through to see that replay there.
I think he has damaged his bat. He's calling for a new bat.
Well, describing that shot with how the replay was wide outside the off stump. Batsmen have room, and a player like Johnson Charles not going to miss out on that. Into the boundary for 4, and the Samp Army has 8 for no loss and just 4 deliveries.
Probably it's a good time to let our viewers know that they can just subscribe and like the MAQ TV YouTube page. Johnson Charles. So they're taking out 2 bats for him to choose.
Nice and beautiful afternoon here. As I went downstairs to see some fans who is loving the game, and they're having a good time as well. And to those listeners who's listening to us on that YouTube and also Facebook, like, subscribe.
Full toss. Got away there. Charles was really taking it from the over. There's no need to play anything silly.
Well said indeed, Vinod. 8 already. 2 boundary for Johnson Charles. And he'll be looking to continue to bat well in this US Open tournament.
Oh, that's 4. Lovely shot through the offside. So 3 beautiful boundaries in the opening over. And the Samp Army, they're off and running.
Not a start that they want. Samp Army already rollicking 12 for no loss. Poor delivery, and a player like Johnson Charles caliber, he's not going to miss out into the cover boundary for 4. So 3 exquisite boundary by the West Indies opening batsman, former West Indies opening batsman Johnson Charles, 12 for no loss.
Not really former, because just recently he was selected for the World Cup.
Yes,
in Australia. So
you know something.
he's very much a current player.
Yes, and talking about Johnson Charles, I still believe there's a space for him in that ODI team. I don't know. What do you think about that as well?
Yeah, I think white ball cricket is his thing, and it's good that the regional selectors are actually rewarding good players and their performance, because Johnson Charles had a good CPL and he found himself on that plane to Australia.
Cup, yeah.
So he's very much still playing for the West Indies. Recently he played in Abu Dhabi for Samp and did very, very well. Played as a wicketkeeper batsman in that tour. It's going to be Damien Joachim. And he's going to bowl to Andres Gauss. Gauss had a 60 odd in the 3rd place playoff in Abu Dhabi that gave Sampami a 3rd place finish.
We have seen how key the spinners have bowled in this US Open, and Damien will be looking to continue to bowl well.
Oh, that's a good shot by Gauss. That's 6 runs. That had 6 written all over it from the moment it left the bat.
Well, you said it correct right there, Vinod. It was written 6 all over it as we look back. Slot sweep down towards that middle wicket, deep middle wicket position, and gone all the way for 6. That's a shot that any batsman going to be proud of, as 18 for no loss in the 1.3.
That was a big one. Big hit there by Gauss. It's better known as Gaussy in the Sampami circles. So the Army starting well, 19 without loss.
Starting pretty well, that youth 6, and then working that ball for a single. Very, very good cricket indeed.
Charles Beaton looking to play that fine. So Joachim still has to bowl 1 delivery again. Going down the leg side. Good decision there by the umpire.
So that's the end of over number 2. 19 for no loss. Previous delivery, Vinod, was kind of a little close to cut. And that last delivery there, Johnson Charles looking to pull that ball away.
The ball not getting up.
And we have seen the wicket have been keeping a bit low in the last couple of games. But 19 for no loss, a good start from the Samp Army.
Yeah, I was told by one of the players that it's not really the wicket at times. I think it's the ball. It's not coming up. It's not bouncing as much. And score is 19 for 2 after 2. Damien Joachim. That's a 7 runs in his over. So it's going to be Aditya to bowl now. And Gauss is going to take strike. Good player, Gauss. Oh, this one takes a leading edge, and that's the commentator's curse. Gauss, just as I said, a good player. I think that one stopped on him, and it spooned up to mid-off where the catch was taken by Ollie.
Well, just we were praising both players, Vinod. We saw a ball there from Varadarajan, a leading edge from the batsman, and a very good catch coming there from the fielder. So the Samp Army have lost their first wicket, and Varadarajan strike. 19 for 1. Samp.
Yeah. That was a breakthrough that they needed. They need to take wickets. They can't contain Samp Army for 20 overs. If Samp Army bats 20 overs, they will win.
Well, I mean, I don't expect this game to go at least maybe close to 10 overs with Johnson Charles there. And you know what Johnson Charles is capable of doing, especially once he stand out into that power play. This game should be finished pretty quickly today, Vinod.
Yeah. Charles is joined by Saul Bottinger.
So very quiet indeed as that first wicket there for Radharajan getting the breakthrough for the Titans, and the new batsman comes in. He'll want to give Johnson Charles most of the strike and see what he could do. We always know the capabilities of Johnson Charles, knowing the fact that how quick he score, and it's going to be important to see what tactics here is a left-hander Bottinger have as he going to face his first delivery.
So Radharajan striking with his first delivery, and this is good that the Army, they're sending in players who didn't really get a knock. Remember, they've so far dominated all their matches that some of the players have not gotten some time out in the middle. So Bottinger is one. There's still Amir Django in there to come. So it's quiet Sunday afternoon, not too many activities at the ground. Here's for Radharajan. Cut away. Can't beat the offside.
I should have done a little bit better there, the batsman. He had a little room outside the off stump to play that cut shot towards beat that man at a backward point. Definitely missed out on a scoring opportunity there, Vinod.
Yeah, but there's a ring of fielders there. There's point, backward point, and a short third man.
One more added to the Samp Army team. And
so the score finally moves off that 19, goes on to 20.
Finally. And Radharajan keeping it very tight, getting that breakthrough for the Titans.
Played away nicely.
So the end of over number 3. 21 for 1, Johnson Charles, 13. And Bottinger, he's on 1. Tell us a little bit after this game here. It's going to be the next quarterfinal, 5:30. It's a day-nighter. The UMMC Night Riders, they'll be taking on the Dallas All-Stars and Vinod.
Mm-hmm.
So very quiet here at Broward County Stadium. 21 for 1 as the Titans looking to...
Was Joakim getting a second over? Yes, he did. Had a good first over. One ball went for 6, and yet he conceded just 7.
Yes, and he'll be bowling to Johnson Charles.
The danger here is not giving Johnson Charles a strike. As the strike now, I was speaking to him early on, and he's speaking about that rapid 40 odd that he got against Tampa Tigers, and he was saying that he wanted to kill that bowling. As he's doing here, that's a massive hit. Over cow corner, 1 bounce into the stands.
Looking at from the commentary position here is so sweet to see a player like Johnson Charles using his experience, using his class.
Look at his camera work here.
And
following that ball all the way.
All the way. That is amazing camera work indeed.
Richard, chin fat. following that in a similar manner to my boy Tuesday following food.
With that said, score moved to 27 for 1. And the Samp Army are rollicking along very well here on a Sunday afternoon in Broward County Stadium.
Oh, that was a good shot, wasn't it?
Of course, I love that one.
The boy has talent. He's a World Cup winning T20 player. Was with the West Indies team when they won that World Cup in 2016. Jono. So Joachim going tong. Good player Joachim from Trinidad and Tobago. From the Southland to be exact. Oh, that's better. Just a little bit shorter. Pushing it through now. So Joachim looking to push it through. See Nathan Stewart, another Trinidadian warming up. Finesse. He goes back. There's a misfield and they take a run. So showing that he's not only about power but also finesse. Is Johnson Charles. Budinga. He's faced 4 deliveries for his solitary run. It's back. Make that 5.
As the end of a number 428 for 1. A very, very good comeback there by the bowler after being struck for 6 by Johnson Charles. Samp Army continued to dominate there, 28 for 1.
Joachim has bowled well. In those 12 deliveries, he had 2 bad balls, and he was really unlucky that those 2 balls, the batsmen were able to take maximum advantage of it and hit it for 6. The other 10 balls, he has given away just 2 runs.
Yes, he's been beauty, he's been bowling a good line, a good length, but as you said, the capabilities of Johnson Charles and putting away bad balls will not be spared as well.
Radarajan is now going to take up the attack from the far end. His first over was excellent. That's 1 for 2. And he's going to bowl to the danger man, Johnson Charles. He's looking ominously over his shoulders, which means he seems to like that area on the onside. Angry there that he didn't put that one away. Slams his glove onto his thigh.
Yes, I should have done better with that. Varadarajan in his second over. A breakthrough from him in his first over.
Oh, what a hit. I think that is straight up to West Palm Beach.
Oh my golly. I think that's one of the biggest 6 I have seen since I have been in the commentary stint here.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That was a huge hit. And 6 more for the Samp Army take the score to 34 for 1. Johnson Charles, he's looking very, very dangerous, as I said. I don't expect this game to go in the 10th over, Vinod.
Calling it early. Close to the end of 5. It's 34 for 1. Jono pulling away again, looking to make room, looking to put the bowler off.
And this is good cricket by Johnson Charles. After striking a huge 6, working that ball away and using his experience, gets a single. This going to move to 35 for 1.
This is struck away by Budinja, and it'll go away for 4. So he's getting into the act now. 39.
And runs continue to flow. Runs continue to flow very quick and fast. Pitched up, and there was a batsman hitting it into the boundary for 4. We're still in the power play stage. And the Samp Army moved to 39 for 1.
Straight back. And I'll go for 4 as well.
This is fantastic hitting by Johnson Charles and Bollinger. As we're going to look at the replay.
Barada Rajan had to get out of the way.
Had to get out of the way, Vinod, because if he had a hand on that, that would have been trouble.
I think he would have gone with the ball to the boundary as well.
5 overs have completed here. The Samp Army, they are 43 for 1 as new commentator is going to be Kim.
Yes,
She's
Kim,
locked
and
loaded
Kim
right
is
here.
coming together with George.
Well, welcome, Kim. George, changing commentary, and score is 43 for 1 from 5.1 overs. Going at a very good clip here, Kim.
Yes, Johnson Charles, he's having a go. Really putting some pressures on the bowlers. And 44, not a big target on the board, but he's already on the board, and cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties, and anything can happen.
And I do want to say welcome to some of my listener friends from the Connecticut Cricket League who texted me earlier to say they're listening. And that was swatted into the long on region by Saul for another single. 45 for 1.
Yeah, 113 runs to get. They're going well. They're going at 8.2 runs. They're on top of the record run rate.
Yes, it's not a big total at all. Required run rate is only 4.7. Samp Army has been marching like a real army in this entire tournament.
Oh, yes, they are. It's a nice delivery there. Beats Charles.
And he's looking down at the pitch, making some cleaning.
Well, he goes to that one big. It's gone. It is out of the park for a magnificent 6. A massive 6 there, George.
Yes, if you put the ball in Johnson Charles' area where he likes it, he's going to make you pay. And Damien puts it exactly where Johnson Charles likes it. And as a result, he massively hit that one out of the boundary for a huge 6. And Johnson Charles is now on 34 from 23. And Saul Bodinger is on 10 from 8.
Well, that brings up the 50 for Samp Army there, George. At the end of over number 6, it is 51 for 1. 8 runs coming from that over.
Yes. And so we have a new bowler, but they're setting the field to try to see if they can't contain this runaway army.
Well, the army is marching on to towards victory. They're on top of the record run rate. They are going at 8.5. The record run rate is 4.4. Johnson Charles, he's on 34 from 23, and that speaks a lot. And Saul, he's on 10 from 8.
The new bowler is Akalish. And once again, that ball was hit very hard, but they were only able to get a quick single. And at this rate, they will probably overhaul this score probably by about 12 or 13 over at 8.4 runs per over. That's the rate they're going at. They only need 4.4 runs per over.
Well, just another, well, say 60 now, 60 runs needed from 82 deliveries. And with the way that Charles is carrying on, if he's there to the end, as you said, maybe they could get it in 13 overs.
Yes, Johnson Charles is not holding back. He's on 35 from 24. And that was a massive hit from Saul. Cleared the boundary. Another huge 6. They're not holding back. Take a look at this replay.
Well, looking at the replay, he gets it right where he wants it. All they had to do was to turn their head and watch that go over the ropes for a massive 6 there.
59 for 1. And again, another aggressive shot. Clear, like a bullet to the boundary again. Over into the long on region, wide long on. And another 4 for Saul. Fielder can only watches it as it races to the boundary. So from the last 2 balls, they have collected another 10 runs.
So make that 12 from the over so far. 12 from 4. Tempting to see what Saul would have done with that delivery, but Saul is really putting some pressure on him. 12 from 4. They just need 50 runs more to get to the total of 113 runs.
Well, that was a dot ball. So Saul decided to take it easy on the bowler for that one delivery.
What he did was to take some pace off that, because you see that Saul and Charles love the pace on it. So he just take off some pace, and good batting there from Saul.
Yes, hit that into the mid-wicket region, but he's keeping it down so they could go through for a single. And Saul is now on 22 from 13.
7 overs completed. The score reads 64 for 1, chasing a total of 113. And George, if any team loses here today, well, we know that CV, UCC, they're out. This is the quarterfinals. Tomorrow we'll be playing semifinals. So any team loses this game, they're out of the competition until next year. Another match comes up at 5:30, which is the third quarterfinal for today. That's a day and night event, and well, day and night game. UMMC Knight Riders, they'll be playing against Dallas All Stars.
Yes, and we expect that to be another competitive game. And we'll hope to have quite of our viewers and listeners tuned in for that one too. So Christopher.
Whoa, hits the boots of the umpire. Couldn't move his foot out of the way quickly, George. Maybe I think he'll bend down in a few to rub that one.
Yes. Let's see. He's... Is he trying to get medical? No. He said he's all right.
I know he's moving those toes in his shoes there, no, George.
Yes. So Christopher now to Johnson Charles. And Johnson Charles on the defensive for that one. Maybe hoping the umpire will get a little bit more time to recuperate.
Well, it's Charles who is on strike. Trying to cut that one, but misses. Through to the keeper there. And we know that the West Indians players, they don't really like to bat spin. So he's batting carefully there now, waiting on the loose delivery to dispatch it. Another good delivery there. He's not really, look at how he's approaching the ball here, George.
Yes, he's not moving his feet. He's simply just using just his arms. He's being careful, but, maybe he needs to be a little bit more
Well,
Just
he's a little bit more and more and more. It's gone over the top for a colossal 6 there, George.
yes, that's how Charles likes it. If you put it in his arc, he's going to use that amazing strength, arm strength that he has, and he has muscled this one out of the ground for a colossal 6.
Yes, George is 71 for 1. See, he moves across there now. The bowler saw him coming, just put it a little bit wider. So 8 overs completed, 71 for 1, chasing a total of 113 runs to victory. They need just 42 runs. They're on top of the record run rate. They're going at 8.9, George.
Yes. And Johnson Charles, we say, is on 41 from 29. Saul Budinger is on 23 from 14. And the current run rate is at 8.9, and all they need is a meager 3.5 run rate to overhaul this total.
Well, Johnson Charles, clearly he's having a go. He's on 41 from 29 deliveries. He's been hammering the bowlers right across the ground. That over 7 runs coming from it.
And it's Akalish to continue. And that was a great stop by the cover fielder, even though he seems to have hurt his knee just a little bit in trying to stop that ball.
Yes, get his body behind that, trying to save his team some runs, which he did. Will it be taken? The fielder comes around, dropped.
Once again, what is amazing about these matches are if the catches are difficult, guarantee they'll take it. If it's not as difficult, there's a 50-50 chance they're going to drop it.
Well, he got there in time. He got settled to, didn't have to do nothing more than take that catch. I think he closed his hands too early. Well, he hits that one. It is gone into the park. Out of the park for a mega gigantic 6. What a shot from the man, Johnson Charles.
Yes, if you, and when we look at the replay, once again, put that into the arc where Johnson Charles loves it, right up, full up outside the off stump, where Charles could use his full strength, and he's going to hit it massively out of this park. And that's precisely what he did.
And look how far the fielder had to go to retrieve that one. It's on the other side into the car park. That must have traveled about 101 meters out of the park.
Yes, that was colossal. That was huge.
It is now 6 minutes after 4 o'clock.
Johnson Charles is on 47 from 30. And
it's gone again. That looks like 110 meters now, George. What a gigantic 6. And Johnson Charles, that brings up his 50. He's really having a go. I think he has somewhere to go later on in Florida. And the score moves up to 84 for 1 in over number 9.
Yes, Johnson Charles is having fun. He really is having fun. The bowler is putting the ball exactly where he likes it for him to straighten his arm, so to speak, and he's hit this a mile.
Well, he's having a chat. 13 runs from 4 deliveries. Man, he's on a go. 53 from 31. And those of who are watching, I'm sure they're enjoying it on MAQ TV. And sensible cricket there. He know he got 2 sixes. No need to go for another one because he wants to stay there and get the remaining 28 runs. He just pushes off that one for a run.
Yes. And the bowler was determined. He wasn't about to give Johnson Charles another one of those easy, massive sixes, so he bowled that into the pitch. And Saul hit that into the cover region for an easy single, and they scamper through for one. And so at the end of 9 overs, the score is 86 for 1.
Well, I just saw the cameraman picked up something up there. Seems as if it is a balloon or something floating in the air. It seems as if it's a present for Johnson Charles after he hit that massive six there. And the score reads 86-1. At the end of 9, they just need 27 runs for victory.
Yes, and the run rate is now at 9.6, and all that's required is a meager 2.5 run rate per over to overhaul this total.
And one thing I must say with Saul, he sees that Johnson Charles is having a go, even though he's an aggressive player. He's letting Johnson Charles continue on the path that he's on. Charles picked up 54 runs already from 32 deliveries, and Saul he's on 25 from 17. They are battering the bowlers right across the ground.
And the new bowler is Navin Stewart, and he is hoping to stem this. Saul swiped hard outside the off stump, but misses.
Well, Stuart, and they have Samp Army. They have 9 wickets in hands. They need 27 for victory. I haven't seen a bowler who have come and haven't get battered across the ground. So maybe he's in tune for a beating as well.
Well, based on the first delivery, it appears that Saul and Johnson Charles have no intention of slowing down.
Not at all.
So here comes Stewart into Saul. And he hits it hard, but on the ground into the mid-wicket region, and they scamper through for an easy single.
And that single brings the destructive Johnson Charles on strike. He's on 54 from 32 deliveries. Well, it's a matchup between him and Stuart. Let's see what will happen with this deliveries. If you're just joining us, we want to say welcome and thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing to maqtv.com. It's a good delivery, and he must commend Stuart, though. He realized if he stick closely to the batsman, he wouldn't give him a chance to go over the top. Don't want to push it wide because he's going to be battered.
Yes, and he was very smart on that one. He slowed that one down, and Johnson Charles had to take evasive action, so to speak.
It's another good delivery from Stuart. He's saying attack it quickly, but they're coming for the second and picked it up quite comfortably. And the score moves up to 89.
Yes. Charles, even though he's being quite aggressive when he needs to, he's also playing smart cricket. Stewart is bowling quite cautious, and but Charles is taking whatever is given to him.
Just gentle touch that one. No run. So a dot there.
Yes, and with 1 ball to go for the 10th over.
But this is a 70 runs partnership there, George, between Saul and Johnson.
Yes, I mean, Navin Stewart, so far he's been bowling quite smart. And he made one error, and that one error have cost him a huge 6. And so Johnson Charles moves to 6-2, and we're going to have a change in commentary.
Well, that is a massive 6 there to end the over at over number 10. It is 95 for 1. Another 18 runs needed. We're having a change here. So Sean will join me here. Sean? Johnson Charles, he's having a go. 62 runs from 36. Delivers another 18 runs required here, Sean. At the end of over number 10, it is 95 for 1.
Welcome back at the Broward County Stadium. Hey, we have seen some wonderful power hitting today by no other than Johnson Charles. I did expect him to do well, and I told Vinod that I expect some runs from Johnson Charles. He have shown his class. Not only that, he have played some amazing slog sweep for 6, cover drive for 4. He have able to work the ball around, get ones, get twos, get the scoreboard ticking over. And Samp Army, they are rollicking along 95 for 1 after 10 overs. And it's definitely going to take a miracle game for the Titans to pull this one here.
Well, if you're here, you're enjoying your stay because you're really getting some fireworks, and it's not New Year's or Christmas Eve yet, but we're getting it right here. Swings and misses through to the keeper. I must tell you that this is a 76 runs partnership. The Titans, they batted first. They made 113. 112, so the target is 113. And the Samp Army, they said that means unity, and definitely they have united. They're at 96 for 1 in over number 11 there.
And they're making it look very, very simple. It's like a walk in the park. It's Sunday. 96 for 1, Samp Army.
Johnson Charles playing sensible cricket, and you wonder why these batters are not in the West Indies. It make you wonder what's happening.
Well, definitely, because I was talking about the pitch a couple overs back. But since Johnson Charles at the wicket, it looked like it's a different wicket he's playing on. You know, he have played a fantastic innings today.
And Sol must be commended as well. Even he's an aggressive player, but he knows that Charles is having to go, so he doesn't want to stay and strike. But if he gets the bad delivery, he's going to punish them, but he's rotating the strike and let Charles continue. Nice shot there through to square. Just for a run. No need to rush. 14 runs. 98 on the board. Just 1 wicket down in 10.5.
As I said, it's like a Sunday practice match. You know, they're taking it nice and easy. They're rotating the strike, and with the Johnson Charles and Bollinger on doing it well.
So another match comes up at 5:30. That's the third quarter final, and that is between UMMC Knight Riders, and they go up against Dallas All Stars. And it's the end of over number 11. It's 100 on the board. The 100 comes up. 1 wicket down. Charles, he's on 64 from 38 deliveries. Saul, he's on 29 from 23.
And a very good display batting here from Johnson Charles and Bollinger. I want to see the partnership. The partnership is 81. And after early wicket, Charles and Bollinger has been able to not only rotate the strike, they've been able to play freely. And, you know, the class, the caliber of Johnson Charles, he's on show here today. It's sorry to see that the crowd is not here to experience that wonderful hitting. And the shot for me, Kim, that I saw earlier, probably one of the biggest 6 I have seen for a while.
Is 1 to the car park.
100 for 1.
Well, even though their spectators are not here in person, I tell you, we have a lot of viewers on maqtv.com, and they're really enjoying the game, and they're sending their feedbacks. They're really loving the 14th staging of the US Open Cricket.
Yes, of course, Kim, and the feedback has been positive. Like, we have people from all over the islands are listening, right here in Florida, tri-state area, in New York, and so many places.
Yep, so they're just cruising. It's not Sunday morning. We always say cruising like Sunday morning, Sunday evening here in Florida. Just another 11 runs. It is the mighty might, Johnson Charles, who just got off strike. He's on 65 from 39 deliveries. So he's on 30 from 24. Nevin seems to be bowling a good over. I think he has been introducing the attack too late. He's bowling, the length is right, and the line is right. He took some pace off because he realized, Sean, that they love the pace.
Yes, well said indeed. There came. I was thinking about why Navin Stewart was not introduced into the attack a bit more earlier. But they have other plans. 103 for 1, and Johnson Charles and Bollinger looking to come out unbeaten in the game today.
Well, that's big. All you got to do is just turn and watch that one coming towards the commentary box. It is out of the park for a huge 6 by the man himself, Mighty Mike Charles.
Johnson Charles not looking to anything at all. Anything loose, he's ready to pounce on it, and you know his capabilities. He's always going to hit straight mid-wicket covers, and that's one gone all the way for 6.
Take some pace off it, but it's the same treatment. One bounce to the boundary, and this boundary conclude the game. We say congrats to the Samp Army team. Look at this shot before we do.
Congrats to the Samp Army team. As I said, the capabilities of Johnson Charles has been showing today. His destructiveness, so to speak, and into the boundary for 4. 113 for 1. Samp Army defeated the Titans here by 9 wickets. As we look at the scorecard and see Johnson Charles not out 75 from 41. Andres Gauss, he was caught. Ollie Harris bowled for Radarajan 7 from 5. And Bollinger 31 not out, 11.5 overs, no extras, 113 for 1. A comprehensive victory for the Samp Army team. And we're going through the bowling figures. Parnell 1 over no maiden, none for 12. Joe Chim, 3 overs, no maiden, none for 22. For Radarajan, 2 overs, no maiden, 1 for 17. Akhilesh, 2 overs, no maiden, none for 28. Christopher Ramsaran, 2 overs for 12. And Navin Stewart, probably introduced a little late into the attack, 1.1, none for 22. 113 for 1. Congratulations to the Samp Army. As you said earlier, our next game will be a day-nighter, UMMC Night Riders versus the Dallas All-Stars game.
Yes, and to wrap up things, that was a 94 runs partnership after losing their first wicket for 19 runs. Johnson Charles, he banked 75 from 41 deliveries, saw 31 from 25. Don't go anywhere, stick and stay with us. The next match comes up at 5:30. For now, we take a break.
We take a break. Back to Master Control, 5:30. Locked and loaded on the Facebook page and also on MAQ TV for UMMC Night Riders versus the Dallas All-Stars. Bye for now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are. Well, welcome to the match presentation ceremony. We are at the end of quarterfinal number 2. Congratulations to the Samp Army. They're into the semi-finals. A fantastic victory over Titans. And joining me at the presentation ceremony is the chairman of CC USA, MAQ, and of course Umar, who has flown in just today to be with us. He's a member of the council as well. The man of the match is the man from the Helen of the West, Johnson Charles, the West Indies opener. 75 runs today, and he struck those balls so high, some of them are still in the air. Umar would make the presentation to him. Of course, Johnson will also collect his sunglasses. He can go downstairs and make his choice. And Jono, a good knock today. You said earlier on this morning when I was passing that you really wanted to kill the bowling in the last game. Prahlad Madhubishi of everyone got you out, but today you made amends.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think yesterday we had a decent outing. You know, it was going very well until, you know, I didn't get it all that well. But today I got another chance, another opportunity, and, you know, I just had to make amends for yesterday.
And you really hit them far. You must have enjoyed that.
Definitely. It's always good when you could, you know, perform for your team, and especially seeing them across the line to a victory. So I'm especially happy with that, coming out not out. And at the end of the day, our team going on to the semi-final, it's a big plus.
And of course, the US Open. You've played here before. The level of competition.
It's my third time, my third bout coming to the US Open. I think it has attracted world-class players. Every team has, most teams will have world-class players, and you know, it's a good tournament, and it only has, it has a lot of potential. And going forward, I think it will be a very big tournament.
Well, thanks a lot, Jono. You've heard it there from Johnson Charles, and he's saying that the US Open has brought world-class players, and a world-class player dismissed him in the last game, Prahlad Madhubishi.